I love decorative stitches, and on the Singer Quantum Stylist 9960, the stitches on here do not disappoint. But I will tell you, you have to stitch them out to really see how good they look. I mean, they're okay here, but truly they're going to be better on the fabric. Now, we have an online course called the Stitching Cosmos online course where we talk about using decorative stitches and accessory feet to a whole new level. And this machine would totally be able to keep up with all levels of machines. But I want to show you why it's important to stitch out these decorative stitches, what foot to use, how to get to them, and a few tips along the way. Check out our free videos, including how to make a stitch book, below this YouTube video. And I guarantee that by taking time to stitch these all out, you're going to really notice, number one, how much you have become familiar with your machine by doing that, and number two, how much potential these stitches have. I think you're going to notice how creative you're going to become once you realize what they look like. So first off, when we go into our decorative stitches, now even though some of these are utility stitches, they're actually kind of fun with some decorative threads. So don't just start at the fun ones way down here. Start at the beginning. Start with stitch 1 and stitch out all of them as you go. But I'm going to jump down to what are categorized as decorative stitches, the ones that are highlighted in the ABC menu with the decorative stitch, the last button on your screen. So a couple things about this screen. Number one, this is also where you do the memory. So my last stitch I was stitching is remembered in here. So I'm going to just do a clear. So here's where the stitches start. So whichever ones you're looking for. Here, if we even want to stitch number 9 to start with, it's going to do a whole row of that stitch. It tells me I need foot B. So foot B is a clear foot in this machine. It also has a cutout in between those kind of legs to help with those stitches that are extra thick, so you don't pile up on your fabric when you're stitching them out. Next, your fabric needs to have some type of stabilizer behind it. So I've got like a piece of tearaway stabilizer that's going to stabilize the stitches. And you can step on your foot control, but if you actually unplug your foot control, so I don't have it plugged in at all beside the machine, and you push the start button, you can just hang out and watch the machine do the stitching for you. So as you stitch, you can just go ahead and watch till a pattern has finished. And then if you want to use scissors, cut the thread and lift it up, you've got your first stitch. And then usually what I do is just come along beside it with the foot aligned with the next stitch, clear out those stitches you just had, and then pick your next stitch in the row. So let's just go ahead, actually, let's just do number 8 here. We'll put it in. Let's say you wanted to sew 3 of those, 4 of those, how's that? And then you want it to lock at the end. So it's going to sew 4 and then stop, do the locking stitch, and so when it starts to sew, it will start back at the beginning, and it'll just go ahead and sew 4 repeats, whatever that actually equals on this particular stitch. And then it actually will lock and stop. So all you have to do is cut the thread, lift the foot up, and take a look at your stitch. So again, if you want to clear out everybody, pick the next stitch. Let's do 6. Let's do 3 of those this time, just to kind of go a little quicker. But if you want a nice little couple repeats, put 5, 6, or 7 of them in there, and then have it just sew an entire row. Don't forget that variegated thread is another fun option, but I love the fact that it'll lock it, then wait for me to cut it, and then lift the foot up. All right, so with our Stitching Cosmos online course, you're going to learn a lot more options with these decorative stitches and how to put them to a whole new use.